cat-cow, you're alternating back and forth. So you're oscillating, your spine is going into flexion and extension. And with cat-cow, this is an amazing warm-up, okay? So in terms of sequencing and where to slot this in, this would be after you've done your stillness, after you've done your breathing exercises, after you've taken a moment to connect students. This would be sort of your first warm-up, let's call it. Another thing you want to know is that you're hugging your belly towards the spine the whole time, so there's a massaging effect for the digestive tract, and it's actually going to help improve blood flow to this area, so this is a good one to include for digestion. Now, the last thing to note is that your entire spine is moving through cat-cow, so this is a great stretch for the entire spine. You'll be opening up the shoulders, the neck, the hips, the low back. This is really a full spine stretch. Now, lastly, before we get into the movement, you only want to be going into each movement as deep as feels comfortable. And you can always start to go deeper as the spine starts to warm up, but just always make sure you're listening to your body and that both movements feel comfortable for you. All right, let's get set up with the position for this stretch. And so find the middle of your mat first. You want to check that the wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. Make sure you're spreading through all 10 of your fingers. This is going to help distribute your body weight so it's not all pressing down into the wrists. So make sure those fingers are spread wide. Check the knees. Make sure the knees are directly underneath the hips. And if your toes aren't already tucked under, just go ahead and tuck the toes under. All right, so as you start to inhale slowly through the nose, start to lower your belly towards your mat. Begin to lift the tailbone towards the ceiling and take your chin away from your chest. On the exhale, we reverse the movement. So the belly starts to lift. As your belly's lifting away from your mat, tuck the tailbone under and bring your chin towards your chest. And we just repeat back and forth. So inhale, the belly lowers. Tailbone and chin start to lift, arching the spine. On the exhale, rounding the spine, so belly lifts, tailbone and chin tuck under. Now keep moving back and forth. Inhale, lower belly, and as you're lowering the belly, I want you to hug the belly towards the spine so we get that massaging effect in the abdomen. Tailbone and chin lift. On the exhale, as you come into rounded spine, keep squeezing belly button to spine. Tuck the tailbone and chin, and you can also press down through the palms to deepen the stretch. Inhale, belly lowers. As you lift your tailbone and chin, maybe think of drawing the shoulder blades towards each other so we open up through the chest, allowing for more breath to come in. Exhaling through the nose, belly lifts. And when you tuck your tailbone and chin, press down through the palms and think of spreading the shoulder blades apart from each other. Inhaling. Exhaling, always breathing through the nose. Now, as you do 3 more rounds, maybe start to find a little bit more range of motion throughout the spine. Just remember never to go too deep into the stretch. It should always feel comfortable. Let's take one last breath. And just remember, hug the shoulder blades together as you lift the chin. Final exhale, spreading the shoulder blades apart as you press down through the palms. And inhaling back to a flat spine. And so that is your cat-cow. Remember, it's a great way to warm up the spine. I always include cat-cow. And in fact, if I'm working with someone one-on-one, this is one of the movements that I'll say you should do this every single day. In fact, if you weren't able to go through a complete yoga practice, this is something you can include on the daily, even if it's just taking a few moments to just do that moment alone. There's so much benefit to it. Not only are you increasing your lung capacity, you're stretching your entire spine. And so never underestimate the value of cat-cow stretch. Do it every day, even if you're not doing a full yoga practice. It's a great way to warm up.
If you found this video useful and want to see more like this, make sure you subscribe below and don't forget to hit the notification bell.